it's Teshae James with Blue Devil News. And for our first story, we have our human interest. Because it's a new year, we want you to make the best you possible, and we have a perfect example with a friend of mine, Genevieve Batts. Genevieve Batts is a senior at Marietta High School. And in the past year, she took a leap of faith and made some life changes.
I started dieting around, I think it was May of last year. And it was just because one day I was looking in the mirror and I was just so unhappy with myself. And I noticed that like one day I was like walking up the stairs and I was out of breath, and it became harder to dance, and I just wanted to be happier, and I just wanted to have a better self-image of myself. From then, I just hustled and started losing weight.
Weight loss is always a difficult task, but when you have the support of family and friends, along with self-motivation, anything is possible.
When I started gaining weight, I realized that dancing isn't just gonna help me lose or stay in fit. I feel like a big misconception of like when people want to start losing weight, or they want to go like jump into being a vegetarian or like start doing these crazy diets, I feel like one of the biggest things are do what's good for you.
Although people may struggle with finding a place to start, the most important thing to do is to keep going and to never give up.
The first step in losing weight when it comes to workouts is committing to getting started and committing to being consistent with your workouts. 3 to 4 days per week, consistently over time, will lead you in the right direction for losing weight.
Despite all the obstacles, Genevieve found a way to push through and to keep going and achieve her goals.
Now that I lost a lot of weight, I feel really proud of myself, and I do feel more energized. But I'm dancing like I'm not as tired as I used to be. I have no problem going upstairs now, and every time I work out, I just feel so good about myself, and I'm always ready to go to the gym. Like I'm not dreading it anymore.
This is Teshae James with BDN's Human Interest. And next up, we're going to talk about getting that schedule right. We all know how in the beginning of each semester, there's always a hassle with getting classes in order, especially this past semester. By far, in my past 4 years, it's been the worst. So here at Blue Devil News, we got down to the bottom of it.
Selecting classes. It's an annual battle we students face. The question is this: how can we get the classes that we want? And how does this process really work? Ms. Sanidra Gardigan, one of our guidance counselors, offers insight on the process.
We do registration for the next school year in March of the previous year. We started then, usually the whole month of March, we're doing pre-registration. Most students that pre-register for their classes, they get the classes that they ask, unless they fail courses. So when students fail courses, that's when they're taken out of electives, when they have to be put back into courses that they've already, when they have to repeat courses that they've had.
Being admitted into the classes we want can often be a struggle, but there are ways that we can ensure that we get the classes that we want.
Sign up earlier. We need to make sure that all students have an ability to sign in earlier than the last week of school. So if they prefer to take a class, they need to let someone know at an earlier time to hopefully be able to get the numbers lower, or even hire new teachers or put new sections in if we need to.
While hiring new teachers may not be an option, especially with tighter educational budgets and fiscal spending policies, there's still alternatives to not getting that perfect class.
I have had students that I put into classes, of course, that they didn't choose, and they ended up loving the course. I had a student that I put in the AVTF. He came to me and was like, I don't want that class. But guess what he does as a profession now? He's a camera operator. He loves that. He ended up loving the class.
Students choose the courses and electives they want to take in 8th grade before their freshman year.
I think the biggest help is just students doing their homework, knowing what they want to do so that they can go to their counselor and seek out those opportunities versus not doing it and then just getting kind of thrown somewhere and just stuck in a class because they didn't have their choices selected.
Signing out for Blue Devil News, I'm Julia Goodwin.
Thanks, Laura and Julia. Well, that's it for Blue Devil News. Remember to follow us on our YouTube channel at Marietta Television. I'm Teshae. You do you and stay true to the blue.